A strange scream heard on an upbeat track. The disappearance of a gambling man. And just who exactly is Mr. Duplicity? All this and more tonight on Unsolved Mysteries. The Wizard of Oz, a 1939 film celebrated for its use of Technicolor, fantasy storytelling, musical score, and memorable characters. But could this film be hiding a dark secret? When a British rock band released their 1973 album, The Dark Side of the Moon, it received widespread critical acclaim, and many cite it as one of the greatest albums of all time. But in the early 90s, it was discovered that playing The Dark Side of the Moon alongside The Wizard of Oz produced moments of apparent synchronicity, and it was suggested that this was intentional. Could the band have purposely crafted an album that syncs up with a 50-year-old film? Or could the filmmakers themselves somehow have predicted the future? The band denies any such allegations, yet listeners persist that this is no mere coincidence. Or is it an unsolved mystery? On November 9th, 1966, a band member had an argument with his bandmates during a recording session and drove off angrily in his car. While driving, he was distracted by a meter maid and therefore did not notice that the traffic lights had changed. He crashed and was decapitated. This urban legend has persisted for music scholars to this day, alleging that a man who is, by all accounts, very much alive, actually died in the 60s and was replaced with a look-alike. The proof to this myth is in album covers, backwards lyrics, and the alleged words, "I buried Paul," spoken at the end of one of their songs. So is this man still alive and well? Or was he killed, as many claimed, maintaining an elaborate ruse to the public at large? Unsolved Mystery. Did you forget about me, Mr. Duplicity? These are just some of the words spoken about a mystery man in a famous song from the 90s that seems to be related to a former lover. Actor Dave Coulier has been often theorized to be the mystery man in question, and the man himself seems to confirm it in 2008. But he later recanted this story, claiming he only admitted to it to placate reporters who always asked him about it. In 2014, he told BuzzFeed, "The guy in that song is a real a-hole, so I don't want to be that guy." So who is Mr. Duplicity? The singer in question has said she will never reveal who it is, so this may remain unsolved forever. When musician Brian Jones began to develop alcohol and drug problems, his performance in the recording studio became increasingly unreliable, leading to a diminished role within the band he had founded. In June 1969, the band dismissed Jones, and guitarist Mick Taylor took his place in the group. Less than a month later, Jones died by drowning at the age of 27 in the swimming pool at his home in East Sussex. Theories surrounding Jones's death developed soon afterwards, with many claiming to have information that he was murdered, though no evidence of this has surfaced. So did Jones die by misadventure like the coroner stated, or was something more sinister at play? Unsolved Mystery. Love Roller Coaster, an upbeat funk song from 1975, is the subject of a dark mystery. During an instrumental break, there's a scream that sounds a little out of place, and it was rumored that the scream was the sound of a woman being murdered in the studio. According to the story, which was started by a DJ in California, this woman was the model who appeared on the album cover. She was kneeling on glass and pouring honey in her mouth. While she was doing it, she found out that the glass was actually fiberglass, and the honey reacted with the fiberglass by sticking to her legs and ripping all the skin off. She went into the manager's studio while the band was still recording and threatened to sue the band, which is when the manager stabbed her to death. The band left in the scream as a cruel joke. So was this a real recorded murder, or simply a scream uttered by one of the band members during recording? Only they know the real truth, but for us this is still an unsolved mystery. A man decides to lie down in the middle of the pavement. Another man trips over the man lying down and starts talking to him. After a while, there's a crowd gathered around the man, and they all want to know why he's lying in the middle of the pavement. Eventually, he decides to tell them after warning them of the danger. Whatever it is he says makes everybody in the crowd lie down too. These events take place in a music video from the 90s, and what exactly is said remains a mystery to this day. Only the band and the director of the video know the truth, and the director has said he will never reveal what was said, as it may have a similar effect on everyone who hears it. Is it some philosophical mystery, some haunting phrase, a complex riddle, or some supernatural incantation? To us, it will always be an unsolved mystery. Well, if you told me you were drowning, I would not lend a hand. These simple words spoken in a 1981 song is the fuel to the persistent rumor that the singer watched a man drown and never helped, despite having the ability to do so. Another version of this rumor is that he watched a man drowning someone else and was too far away to help. But someone tracked down this alleged killer and gave him a free ticket to his concert, then shone a spotlight on him while playing the song. As far as we know, neither of these rumors are true, and rather the song is simply about the anger he faced when he divorced his wife. Is that all a cover-up? Or is the drowning lyric more sinister? We've been waiting for the moment to hear the truth for all our lives. Unsolved Mystery. In the neon glow of a Las Vegas casino, a lonely man gaming away his last moments placed his final bet before giving the young men in his vicinity a bit of advice for an odd price. For a drink of whiskey, he gave the following statement before disappearing into the crowd, never to be seen again. Surveillance footage shows him pausing at the door before he went missing, and witnesses told the authorities he said, "You've got to know when to hold 'em and when to walk away." What was his gamble, and why did he choose to leave it all behind? If you know or have any information on this man's whereabouts, contact your local authorities, or this will remain an unsolved mystery. A hitchhiker was picked up on a California highway. When asked where to, he said he was heading homeward to a city that isn't registered in the state. When pressed, he described the dubious city as a place notable for the green grass and the attractive women. The man went on to rant about Captain America, the complexities of the death penalty, and inevitably back to his hometown. Rags to riches story in the making. Or is it an unsolved mystery? A woman welcomes her husband home after a mission. The man has admittedly not been acting as he usually does. He came to the realization that he's not the man they think he is at home. When his wife was asked about her whereabouts leading up to investigation, she stated that she packed his bags the night before, pre-flight. And he erratically stated that he'd be high as a kite by 9 a.m., the liftoff for his fortuitous flight. Or something more. Her husband high as a kite? What kind of man was he? An astronaut? A roustabout? High? X? Meth? Shrooms? Smack? Horse? Ket? Until we know, the cause of the high will remain an unsolved mystery.